we now have their employee recognitions, I believe. And who's going to head that up?
Shondi Miller from our Human Resources Department is going to take the mic and talk about the program and share the awards.
Very good. I believe we'll all be out front for this, colleagues.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Shondi Miller. I'm the Assistant Director of Human Resources, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to the new countywide employee recognition program and to the winners of the first year. So just a little back history. In December of 2021, the board directed Human Resources to create a countywide program to recognize our employees, our teams, our leadership, and all the great work that they do in order for us to provide the great public service that we provide to our communities. And so the Human Resources team, and I'll like to call out Brittany Cobb, a senior HR analyst in Human Resources, put in about 90% of the work to create this program. Lots of hard work and hours went into it, along with Cody Wellett and Kevin Cobb from Learning and Organizational Development. So, the way that the program works briefly is that in June of every year, departments will submit nominations for one of the 5 categories, and that goes on to compete against other department winners for their portfolio. Then from there, there's portfolio winners that go on to a selection committee that then they select who will be the overall countywide winners for each of the 5 categories. The categories that we're using are innovation, stellar customer service, exceptional results through teams, lean improvements, and there's one more, and I'll tell you in just a minute. And so for each of those, they get recognized at the board once a year, and we're going to be doing that every September. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the first winner, which is for the innovation category. Unfortunately, she's not able to be here. She's out of the country, but her supervisor, Brandon Jacobs, should be here. But the winner for the innovation category is Maria Moreno, and she's a mental health services program manager with behavioral health. Thank you, Brandon. And she's out of the country, right? So she had a good excuse. Okay. That's also for her. Thank you. Just a little bit of info. So for each of the countywide winners, they are getting a certificate, a trophy, a glass trophy, as well as the challenge coin that has the category that they won for the year, and so forth. All right, if I could have Chief Christopher Wright come up from probation. The next category that we're going to be looking at is stellar customer service. And the winner for that category is Dennis Martinez. Dennis is a senior probation corrections officer with the probation department. Dennis has worked with the probation department since 2001, providing services to the youth. He started as a group counselor. One of the things I wanted to point out in his nomination was he helped develop one of the programs, and it's Pathways to Success program, and one of the very first students to graduate said, briefly, as a man, you showed me how a real man should lead, and I aspire to be a better man. As you know, I have a dad, but you have been the only real father I've ever known. Okay, next category, the one I forgot, essence of leadership. If I could please have District Attorney Mike Hestron and Assistant DA John Aki come up. Did you want to come up, John? Okay, we'll have. He's going to say no.
Get your butt. Come on up.
And the winner for the Essence of Leadership is James Campos, and he's a supervising investigator with the DA's office. Just a few things about James is in April of 2020, the Riverside County Regional Cold Case Homicide Team was established. Supervising investigator James Campos took over leadership of the cold case unit in 2022 and has been instrumental in the development and leadership of the team. And overall, he has gone on with the team to solve many cold case files that they weren't able to do before. If I could have Dustin McLean come up, please. The next category that we have is lean improvements. And the winner for that category is Robert Williams, Bureau Chief with the Parks Department. A little bit about his nomination is Robert Williams is the Chief of Business Administration and oversees guest services, events, volunteer services, marketing, and the newly formed Santa Ana River Bottom Team. In his leadership role for parks, Robert is always looking for ways to better serve the community, be more efficient, and collaborate with partners. In the past year, Robert developed the Outdoor Equity Program to remove barriers to access parks, adding free events, subsidized education programming, and most recently, park passes at libraries that community members may check out to access park properties free of charge. If I could have Chief Christopher Wright come back up, please. I will say that out of the 5 categories, the public safety portfolio took 3 of the 5. The last category is exceptional results through teamwork. And if I could have Latoya Thomas and Malia Loma come up, please. Also included in this team was Kieran Gill, who's not able to be here today. And a little bit about their results and why they were nominated was Latoya, Malia, and Kieran had been assigned to lead the department's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. They work together on this effort that aims to foster an inclusive environment, promote diversity, and address systemic inequalities. They reviewed, analyzed, and incorporated data and feedback from staff to create a standard process, and they worked on and successfully launched a dedicated website to serve as a central hub for information and resources related to DEI. Just a little bit, there was more, but. All right, group picture. So I just want to thank everybody, teams, leadership, all the individuals and our employees. And we look forward to seeing the nominations next year in June.